Sitting comfortably.
I'm sitting very comfortably.
I'm ready to fall asleep.
Oh, tired, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, poor little critter.
I immediately fucked up again. Person. Oh gosh, right. So, who wants to remind me what occurred in the last session? If anybody can remember it.
I believe that
Got on the phone.
my new character has been introduced. The
You
name
have.
of Cognitator, Inquisitor Delia, basically fucking shit blasted at you guys specifically for failing to kill any, like, or not even to kill, just to investigate the Smythes. And we have now been given a new job to go down to the sluice gates at the bottom of the hive and close gates 65Z to F. And if we you can close the main control, that should close all of them.
Indeed.
And then we got a fucking ride.
You
got a
went
helpful little
down
drive.
into the lower hive and upon marching through its chaos inhabited streets. You did engage some cultists.
Question.
At which point you decided
Is
it
this
would
robot fucking-
not be worth you walking across the lower hive.
I'm
Instead
not- I'm
called
not a robot fucking
Drebin
guy,
for a
I wanted to know.
lift. You fuckers.
Yes, that was very fun.
We ended the session with Drebin picking you up in his grey saloon and tearing off towards the elevator to the underhive. Just where we'll pick up again. The camera panning in through the layers of hive, through the middle hive, down through the underhive, past gangs of chaos worshippers, all worshipping their own dark gods, most of them fingering their own wounds. and
Why do you
various
always-
other things.
Why do you always have to say they're fingering their wounds?
But there's not an issue.
Every
They're
time.
in Slaaneshi. Well, they're also doing other things, but I will not describe
You're right
those.
now. You're
They
right.
don't use
You're
their
right.
fingers sometimes.
You know,
Exact-
they're pissed. They're you know, they're having streams of chunky piss into each other's mouths, and they're fucking fisting their dogs, and they're all like, yeah. You complain about fingering wounds, the thing we've been doing beforehand. Now you brought this on yourself, buddy.
I
Yeah.
don't like this anymore.
Got
Yeah,
Dr.
fingers
Smegman
dirty.
here sodomizing hedgehogs. But, you know, it's terrible. You don't want that shit. Let alone the fucking nerd lights.
It's a Slaaneshi cult. Think of the worst thing you could think of. They're definitely doing it. Meat spin is happening on every street corner.
Hot.
Upside down with barbed wire around it,
Yeah.
as they're flaying someone else alive.
Uh-huh. Like, Gucci is happening behind every fucking chain link fence. To some poor guy who does not want it to happen to. But is enjoying it nevertheless. But anyway, we zoom in, panning down this long rock-creaked roadway that's pot-marked and destroyed in various places as Drebin's saloon swerves around obstacles, destroyed cars, burnt-out defensive formations, sandbag emplacements, and eventually screeches to a halt outside the transportation complex, which houses the main lifts and railroad connections in this part of the Underhive. He turns to lads and goes, "Right, lads, that's us. Got you where you need to go."
Well, that is most kind of you, sir.
Get the fuck out of my car.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Right, fuck it, yeah. Cheers, Lieutenant. You're a credit to the force.
No
Right,
problem,
fuck it.
deputy. You go get him.
Right back at you, buddy.
Remember, there ain't no women and children if you don't see him.
Hey, this may be dark heresy, but it's a good thing. I brought my flashlight.
I have
My lads
several
gone, and I go
questions.
outside.
I have several
Yeah.
questions which I do not believe are gonna be answered. I say as I just fucking put the door open and leave.
to the
Sorry,
wits.
sorry about it for a moment. My voice changed. What the fuck? Right.
Oh
Right,
god.
cheers, Lieutenant. We'll see you around. Yeah. Walk out.
See you later, boys. And he waits until you all depart the ground car and tears off down the road again towards the sound of gunfire. Which is not consistently around you, but definitely you hear it often enough.
Well, Berkham, which way to the water treatment?
Well, if I know the Nautilus, which unfortunately I do, you go down this district down here, you turn right. After that, you keep going down a little bit more, and therefore, boom, the sluice gates. Getting past them though, if it's a full-on mutiny, well, you need to watch out for some of these bastards.
You're a mutiny, you say?
Well, they're doing all this stuff. Oh yeah, you've been asleep in the boot this time, yeah. But yeah, Water Guild are playing silly buggers, and we had to go down Underhive.
Yeah, I know. We need to destroy the sluice gates from F to Z.
No, my friend. We have to open them. That's a very different story.
A lack of productivity is the same as mutiny down here anyway. You know, some pretty good boy points for the Arborese if we get this stuff sorted.
I'm sorry, we have to open the sluice gates?
That is correct.
I'm pretty sure Delia said close them.
No.
That's not my fault.
Well, close
did.
enough. Close enough. I mean, we're going to go down there, and we're gonna see them one way, and we're gonna make them the other.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was really trying to ignore you. And on the back, the little wrapper of the thing I was eating was the Water Guild as being a bunch of power-hungry cunts. Close the sluice gates. 65 F to Z. There's the master switch. Fuck them all. Go out if you want, but be prepared for a fight.
So
Now, you were talking
right.
during this, so I can understand if you did or didn't pay attention to Delia when she was actually talking to you. You know, conversations don't tend to happen during a briefing.
I'm not
Well,
exactly
either way,
what you would call
this
a
is
man
down
for
here.
detail.
Down there. That's where it's at to answer your question, Revis.
You point to a large cargo lift, like emptied of its components, but still seems serviceable.
Were you here last time, Haggy?
Yeah,
He was.
Oh yeah, no, just.
I was the one that
you
summoned Drebin,
were- Oh,
Everybody was here
yes.
the last session.
Oh god, I forgot. Oh,
and then I was like, "I'm so sorry, Paul, for your voice."
It's already gone.
for the 2 seconds you had Draven, we should. Oh god.
No. I need to find another 80s fucking TV show to have.
Just blast Top
fits
Gun.
in.
I'm just gonna get you to be like, Beverly Hills Cop. Just be get you to do Eddie Murphy all the time.
Yeah, oh god.
God.
You gotta do it in costume.
I was waiting for it. Waiting for it.
Thanks. He goes pretty racist sometimes.
I mean, I
Like
can
some
only
of
do
it.
blackface when Sean's not here, so.
That's very true.
You know, he would take offense.
He is black.
So,
So,
you see down that direction towards the Swiss gates.
that sounds like a good idea.
I do want to clarify one thing before we continue.
Of course.
Shoot.
You point at ear. Do you have an alternative agenda from the mission?
Not presently.
No, so you're just waiting for someone to shoot you before you wander off into the distance again.
Renali, if you remember back to your time fighting the Drakari and the
The one human sniper just kept pop shotting you.
No, not the sniper, the Scourge.
Oh, the Scourge, yeah.
You do believe they came from the Underhand?
I don't say anything back to Grimace, but I do say we should get moving.
Yep. Are you bleeding? Is that yours?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Question, actually.
You were bleeding
I
quite
remember.
heavily, but I
Yeah.
believe you got sutured up by Burkham. Yeah. Burned all his hit points, putting gauze into the wound, which he did regain at the start of this session. Everybody is back up to their max hit points again.
Excellent.
So, am I? Was that just prevent me from dying, or?
That took away the bleeding condition and stabilized you, so you no longer took ongoing fatigue damage.
Ah,
So you're
okay.
not dying, but
So my wounds haven't recovered yet.
you didn't regain any wounds.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
never remember you get ganked.
Oh, that's right. You got fucking shabodied.
I did.
Yes.
Oh
eventually
yeah, I remember now. Actually, yeah.
Eventually, they did find some gaps in your armor.
I have one wound.
Oh, one? Alright. So, in character, what do you say when I just say, are you bleeding? Is that yours?
I say nothing.
He says nothing, but his entire leg, from like the knee down, is just coated in blood.
I
It doesn't
just,
seem to be still pumping out, but it is drying and congealing.
I'll just turn to everybody else in the group one at a time and go, it's not his. Not his. Not his.
Well, I'll see.
There
Probably gonna looking at the thing. It's probably gonna need another one of those arms soon, or another
On his
body
leg.
part.
I start
Yeah,
walking
well-
towards this cargo lift.
Ready to go? No worries.
Yeah, as we're walking, I'm just continuing the conversation. Like, oh, yeah, so you're going to requisition it from us, you know?
It occurred to me that one
Yeah,
of the
getting with your buddy
was
boys down the Mechanicus.
I cannot requisition anything any more than you can, my friend, from whatever seedy locale you come from.
You think I come from a CD locale? My friend, I stayed in the prime accommodations in the center column.
So the rats.
You saw what sort of abilities that we had?
My friend, even vermin can live a high life up there.
Yes, and that's called charity, and that's why we look after Berkham.
Going the right way for a smack bottom right there, Remus.
Hey, finally getting some life back into you.
I will say this stumpy friend,
You're not
this
psycho, you live for now.
This stumpy fellow looks like the cream of the crop of the Underhive. A fine working
Some
fellow.
cream.
Not a cream
Yeah,
of any
some,
creature I've seen, though.
I'm Underhive's beating heart. Quite literally, if you knew one.
Horrifying.
You're welcome.
I do have to say, your accent is very peculiar. Is that a modular thing? Like, translator, voice mod?
No. No, it is not. This accent is the local accent of my home hive of Vershak. All organic down here.
All vocal coached by TikTok.
TikTok was my father's name. Please.
You can talk. Fuck off.
Please, just call me Tick.
No, I don't think I will.
No, in all seriousness, please actually call me by my name.
Cognitron Alpha 7. Maybe use some kind of camera?
Now, what is a camera?
It's a pictograph.
Oh, a pictograph. Oh, I know what those are. No problem.
By the way, out of context, I think CC found one of your pubes.
Sorry, I was looking at my
She's
rocks.
looking at her new fucking. She's bought new. She's bought new, like dice.
And they're cool as fuck.
You dice, hell yes.
Women are fascinated by shiny objects.
Paul, do we reach the left yet?
Oh, you have reached the left, definitely.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
thank you.
You do feel the rusted grating give way slightly under your feet as your weight does press upon it newly, but it seems stable and well built, even if it is a bit disused and rusty. There's a couple of large buttons on the side, Burkham, as you well remember from the lifts down here. You don't need any sort of tech boost to operate this machine.
There's a big arrow pointing down.
Yeah, you slam the button with your fist and you feel this judder as it unleashes the clamps, holding it in place and begins to whir and descend and shake down into the underhive. The lights from the transit hub dimming above you. You sit into the underhive is much different than it is the lower hive. The lower hive, as you descended, you were able to view a vast vista of the lower hive, looking out over hab blocks and different other squat buildings. And this almost large, almost like modern city. Almost imagine you're descending a great down the left in the side of a building as you enter the lower hive. The underhive much different. The underhive is full of pipes, wires, and shanties stacked on top of each other. Any visibility you see for any decent length, up to 300-400 yards, is down narrow, creeping alleyways between these favelas. As bits of moisture and other less fanciful liquids drip off corrugated steel roofing down further into the hive. Everything is almost slick with damp down here. Eventually, you reach the bottom of the lift's descent as it opens up into a small Rock Creek Plaza. Obviously, what used to be quite a nice location connected to the transit hub has obviously fallen into disrepair. The Rock Creek cracked, and many of the steel girders within it showing through. A large statue of some sort of saint has been long disused and malformed in the center of this place. In front of you, there are several of these scraggly sort of alleyways that seem to connect the underhive. Lights from different favela windows of these shanties beam out towards you, but you don't taste the tang of the Slaaneshi corruption that you did in the lower hive. It seems not to have reached the space, for whatever reason.
So there's a bug on the wall. The thing is, I'm pretty sure, lads, that there isn't much Slaaneshi stuff around here. Keep your eyes peeled for some, usual underhive variety scumbags going around. Maybe a few guilders. Persistent bastards.
Now that is interesting. Even the Rod of Chaos cannot penetrate this murk.
Very good.
Yeah. Not much really survives down here.
I'll tell you
He
what.
said. Damn it, Bobby. Right. So,
Damn it, Bobby.
turn into a robot. Okay, Dad. Right, anyway.
Burkham, you do know of the Water Guild, the Nautilus in this city. You know that they have a tax office quite nearby this lift, maybe a couple of blocks down to the alleyways, left and then a right, and past a couple of off-jutting corridors. They have a small office where we usually collect the water tax from the local populace. The main headquarters of the Water Guild itself is further into the underhive, down the drainage ditches and sewer pipes, further into the main processing and water treatment plant in this area.
Now, I will say, lads, being in Nautilus territory, you don't want to walk off by yourself. You may notice there aren't many lakes and reservoirs in an underhive. I don't want you to be drunk. I don't want you to drink in your surroundings, as it were.
Well, that's not pleasant, but understandable.
I just put two and two together. that completely understands your career path. There is no lakes or places, to dispose of things.
Supply and demand, right?
Yeah. Maybe you saw a niche in the market that people would have use for, and you took it.
It's a win-win. I should have joined the guild at some point myself, but I probably need to read. Oh well. Still.
Well, as you move through the Underhive, you notice that a number of these favela doors have been left open or left ajar. Many of the lights are still on, small vox sets still play within this staccato sort of hum of static. Those signals pass through them. It's almost deserted.
I would like to sneak up to the doorway of one of the favelas to
Go
peer
ahead.
in.
Roll me a stealth or security check, please. With a +10.
There's... Oh, that'll be plus 30 with my cloak.
Yes, it would. Yes. Oh, yes.
Needed it.
In the sort of dim light of the Underhive, you find it very easily to sort of meld into the shadows with the help of your cloak. And you manage to screw your way up to one of these doors, very quiet. As you sort of peek around the side into the small hut shack itself, you see a couple of tables and chairs laid behind, a cot with some sort of bedding in it, and like a small hot plate cooking a pot of something. The hot plate still seems to be on, but the shack itself is deserted. One of the chairs has been obviously upended and fallen over at some point, but it doesn't look like it's been looted. You can still see various personal effects along the walls and lying in the corners or in boxes.
Sorry, did you say that one of the chairs is upended?
Almost like somebody stood up and the chair has fallen back.
Right.
And has been left where it fell.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Is the stuff that's cooking burnt?
Did you check?
Make me a chef check.
I mean, I guess I.
Hold on, sorry. Do you enter the shack?
Since I've asked this question, I suppose I do.
Excellent, okay.
Fuck.
You sort of enter the shack. You hear your metallic feet clanging on the steel floor as you sort of wrench open the door and brush past Remus.
Excuse me, my
Caring about
friend.
stealth or whatever. Walk up to the hot plate and sort of look at the pot, and you see sort of like a yellow, goopish sort of stew boiling there. You think you see a couple of potatoes or grain bars or corpse starch bars broken up into it. The spoon is still sitting in it, and it seems to be bubbling away. Give it a stir to see if it's burnt, see if it's sticking to the sides of the pot. And as you sort of crane your head in to do so, you see that it's not. It seems to be almost like reached a nice consistency. It sort of clings to the spoon enough, but not quite sticking to it. It's not like custard.
Interesting. I turn off the heat.
Roll my willpower.
Fucking god damn it, son of a bitch! Oh,
So,
the illusion of
Infant's
free will.
second character dies.
willpower, my main weakness.
You summon a bloodthirster.
Any bonus on this or
doubles.
negative?
No, nah.
Come on, baby.
Flat, please.
It didn't roll. What the fuck? Okay, let's try this again. Yeah!
Ugh.
You get a waft of this most delicious stew. It smells like nothing you've ever smelled. Like the nicest corpse starch you've ever had times 10. You think, God, actually you feel your stomach rumbling as you inhale the scents. God, you'd really love to take a bite of it. Just a small nibble.
Do I do so?
Good.
And as you sort of move the stew to your lips and taste it, it tastes divine.
I
You
would like
almost
to
think there's some
parry
sort
him.
of fresh vegetables in there. You want to like slap it away from his hand?
Yes, after being a victim to temptation once before, I can see that look in his eye.
Understood. Roll me a security, sleight of hand, or acrobatics test. One of those, I would say.
Oof, what do I do? Acrobatics or sleight of hand? Yeah, let's go sleight of hand for once.
I'll give you a +10 in this.
Fail.
You gotta slap it out of his hand, but what I imagine you're lifting this with your robotic arm.
Oh,
You're
yes.
cybernetic. And so as you slap the hand away, you sort of feel it clang off the metal. And the arm doesn't move as you taste this most delectable umami stew.
What are you doing, my man? Imperial Credo number 75-54. No man may neglect another agent of the Imperium his daily ration.
Stop eating this. This is not normal food.
Do you
Trust me, I
investigate it,
know.
Remus?
As spoken.
No.
As spoken by the Underhiver himself, chaos has
After
not reached
seeing
this
him-
land.
I've been victim to this once before.
I was going
And
to
it
say
didn't
it's
turn
looking
out well.
familiar. Not quite as drinkable though.
No, it doesn't look potable.
I will say it does not look wonderful, but it is certainly potable.
Is that a Dassley over there? I'm attempting to deceive him.
Oh,
Yeah, roll a deceive. Roll me a roll me an awareness.
can I do a scrutiny?
God,
See if
Sean.
he's- Can I do a scrutiny to see if he's lying?
Do you have any reason to think he'd be lying?
That is true, I suppose.
Oh look, an idiot.
Flat zero contest.
Yeah, flat zero contest. It feels like more like awareness to me to like look over and go, "Ah, there's no data state there."
I am actually gonna.
Roll again, both of you.
Son of a bitch!
Roll again.
There you
go. Ooh,
Jesus fucking
Haggy-
Christ!
Haggy
You rolled
wins
a
out.
2 and I fucking lost with a 6!
It was so.
Son of a
Good game.
fucking
Good game.
bitch!
Yeah, Haggy,
GG.
Haggy, you win out, telling Cognitron that there's a data state over in the corner. You believe me? You think there is a data state?
You think?
There that they weren't your intention.
Maybe this will have the recipe for such a delectable concoction. As I said,
Roll me another
said.
willpower there,
Oh,
Cognitron. Your
God.
attention is ripped away from the stew to something else.
Willpower.
Give me a +10 in this one.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you so much. Fuck.
No, you sort of go over looking for the data state, but you don't put down the pots and spoon. You sort of carried over with you.
Oh, he's carrying it with him. Damn it.
He didn't seem to quite break out of this trance almost he's in.
Such a ration.
Or
cannot
that
be
or the stew
produced.
is just really delectable.
I didn't realize he picked up the pot. My plan was to, if he came back, to kick it over.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see any data state coming from. What do you do as you put another spoonful of the stew into your mouth?
Where is this data slate that you two so proclaim?
I don't know. Maybe if you put that stuff down, you'd be able to help us. Look for it. I'm sure it was one I saw there. Is it not there?
My friend, if you're looking for a helping, please feel free. I say as I offer out a spoon to him.
You stick the spoon into his face. Remus, would you like to? What would you like to do as this happens?
Take the spoon and fling it over my back.
Well, as you grab the spoon that's now brought into you, you get a good waft, the smell of this fine delicacy. Can you roll me a willpower check?
Certainly. Oh
No
boy, here I
knowledge.
go again.
Well, actually, a +10 because you've had prior experience with such things.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna help. 1 fate point.
Go for it. So you got all your fate points back. So
Nope, even worse. Oh well.
no.
Here I
you-
go again.
As you smell it, it does smell delectable, and before you know it, you feel yourself tasting it. Oh, the flavour! It's like the nicest stew you've ever had, almost like the servants would have up in the upper hive. and sort of brings you back to those times of dining with them in secret, where they would slip you food when you were hiding out, and you really enjoy it. In fact, you want more.
Oh man, this must have came from the Smythe residence. This is way too good for being down here.
Such delightful pleasures so low in the darkness.
Well,
I'll
either
say-
someone's around here is doing some good eating, or, well, I'd say put in one of the cool boxes, but you don't want to know what's been in there. Carol's good emergency rations anyway.
Emergency rations? I think we're gonna eat this right now. Well, I mean, why would I go waste it? Warm.
Indeed. We will need such ventures for such a foolhardy exposition as this.
You soft twats. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, you two wolf down this stew as you do, enjoying it and savouring every bite of it. And, before you're done, the pot is licked clean, almost, as you scrape up the last remnants between yourselves. Feeling well full and pleased with your recent acquisition.
Pleasant
What do you guys like
indeed.
to do?
I would like to punch Cognitron in the face. Do I regain Compass Mentis, or am I still under the effects?
Well, you know you've eaten it, but you don't. Like, it seems fine. This seems like a really nice stew.
Nah, I like to punch him and give him a lecture and say, we do not touch or eat anything down here in the Underhive.
Roll me another
What?
willpower check to see if you you click into that. Give me a plus 20 on this one.
You really want me to punch him?
I just it wouldn't have mattered anyway. You would have succeeded. So yeah, you snap out. You know that you've eaten it. You don't think it was bad, but certainly weird. Whatever came over you.
Are you
Seeing
still
as you talk like this, let me give you the 411. Down here, there's been people fucking each other, fucking each other, fucking their pets, fucking the parents, fucking the parrots, fucking all manner of objects, even fucking the people that are dead. Even the fuckers that have fucked the ones that are dead. We do not consume anything down here because these people are clearly sick and under an influence of some deeper, duller power. The previous Kai in our party summoned some horrible deity to which these other idiots managed to survive. I don't intend to be part of a ritual or have a demon set me on fire and cut me into pieces. So we consume nothing.
Your point is well made, and I must say that strike is a powerful one and nearly unhinged my jaw. I would recommend using that only for the heretics we are coming across in the future, who I imagine are quite good cooks if you're saying this like this.
Next time you offer me a spoon, make an airplane noise and attach a grenade to it.
If I had any, do not worry, my friend, I would.
My good name.
Where the hell is everyone?
I imagine they're outside watching our squabble.
Yep.
No, I
welcome.
don't mean them, I mean the habitants. The denizens of the
big
splits.
tanks. Who knows, there might have been a delegation-wide sweep. Emergency water for the war effort, or similar situation as we had, you know, elsewhere in the old pit.
Very strange indeed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was completely dead before, and then all of a sudden a massive swathe of stuff, plus, you know, the press gagging and all that jazz.
Well,
It's not an idea what jazz is, but the point still stands.
if I was
beside him.
if I was an individual that was getting press ganged into a fight or work or whatever, and there was a call to action, I may stand up rather quickly. I might
You already
knock over,
have.
no, I might knock over my chair. But one thing I think I would still do is turn off the stove. And that pot, delectable as it was unburnt.
Wait, this is making no sense to me in the slightest. Renali,
Yes.
The one you keep fearing, like She Who Thirsts, I get the debauchery, the killing, the masochism, because yeah, that sounds like really screwed up like demons. But since when did demons and heretics know how to cook good food to make excellent wine?
It's about the pleasurable consumption of the food and the wine.
So having a good meal, a good ration, like I mean a good A ration, is heretical.
It's not heretical, but it feeds the Nash.
What if it's good in the way in and bad in the way out? If you know what I mean.
Feeds her even more.
I imagine it will be
Shit.
good on both ways.
I'm gonna start selling purple.
Not again.
Yeah, no. Has anyone seen
Not
any
yet.
of the denizens?
No one from
Get
my
another awareness check.
Oculus.
Have a
You certainly can perk him. Roll me another awareness with a +10. Sure. Quick.
Plus 10.
Under.
No, I don't see shit.
No. We.
Bugger all.
I mean, this part of the Underhive could. This block of the Underhive could be empty for any number of reasons, from the RBDs to the Water Guild
Hmm.
to to a gang war. It
In-
could be any number of reasons.
I inquire about the surroundings to see if there's been any sort of indications. If it's a gang war, I'm sure there's going to be loads of disturbed things. Whereas if there's going to be RBTs, they would literally more likely coming down with a boxcaster, stand in a public square area, and there'd be more of a mess in the one appointed area. That's my understanding. Logic I'm going with.
Makes sense. Roll me a awareness or inquiry.
Flat. 5. With a natural one. My god.
With a natural one, you don't think you're right about either of those guesses. What you seem to see are, albeit difficult to see in the rockcrete floor and corroded iron that makes up most of the things you walk on in the Underhive, I think you see scuff marks, drag marks, all seemingly going down the path you were taking towards the Water Guild's tax office. Doesn't look like there's a lot of them. It seems like, people are upended rather quickly, and maybe even some of them pulled or dragged out of their dwellings, but it seems like some people went willingly, as they were corralled towards the Water Guild.
I would really like to relay this back to the team and say along the lines of wasn't RBTs, wasn't the gangers. Doesn't seem to be any signs of conflict in several respects.
No sign of conflict
And
at all.
how, with the lack of scuff marks and the part is like it's single file organized as if they filed out one by one their own free will.
Sorry, you do see some scuff marks, but not like you do see bullet cases.
Mm.
You do see drag marks, but not the majority. You think maybe only a couple of residents put up some resistance, and they were easily corralled.
So what
No.
you're saying basically is that this happened quickly, efficiently, and with very little evidence besides, of course, some food and the occasional scuffle.
Yeah, don't eat the food.
No,
Now-
no.
In my opinion, that can mean two things: overwhelming force to subjugate, or a willing populace. Either way, we're probably going to be in for a fight.
Good.
I suggest being a little bit sneaky beaky, lads. Make our way to the old sluice. We're here to sort out some fuckery. Lack of people means there's fuckery afoot. If you go where the fuckery is, we can probably see what other fuckery is going on.
Well, speaking of fuckery, Renali, do your people have anything that could potentially cause such a thing. I mean, you do have that creepy stone that boils people. You do have cousins that fly.
We take people. That could explain scuff marks of those being dragged, but no one goes willingly with a Drukhari.
So we can rule out your kin for the better part.
Best not.
Think initial feelings. Keep a Xenos in mind. But if I was be a betting man, which occasionally I am, I'd say it has something to do with the old Nautilus. Powerful fox. You don't cross guilders down here.
Very true. Well then, shall we try to press on stealthily? See how far we get.
Yeah, that can be Lead Scout if you want, or we can get behind the biggest guy here.
I suggest low profile.
Well,
don't want to repeat what happened last time we didn't.
Understandable. We'll give it a shot.
Well, that's what I'm going to do a stealth check.
Very well. Yeah, you can give me a stealth check for the group. If Remus is scouting ahead a little bit and you guys are following behind, or you can all make individual stealth checks if you wish to all stick closer together.
I'm gonna leave my fate in the hands of Haggy.
oh
Because
no.
I am not trained in stealth.
Understandable.
Right,
I have
what-
1 point in stealth and that's it.
You could join him if you wished.
Haggy, how good are you at stealth? How stealthy do you look?
2 points.
You look like you have some advantage at stealthing.
He's wearing a
I-
chameleon cloak, which is melding into the corrugated iron and rusted rock creep
Right.
behind him, even as you speak to him.
Okay,
I am a
this
sleight
guy
of
looks stealthy.
hand pirate. I am a sleight of hand pirate that
Pirate?
is acrobatically inclined.
Probably want a cracker.
Do you have a sniper rifle?
Yep.
You're looking very familiar to me right now.
What? Agile?
No, just do you have dreadlocks?
Nope.
No, he's a cameline
Interesting.
cloak.
He has one.
Have you taken damage
Yeah.
this campaign?
Okay. Okay.
I am also a swashbuckler, so
Interesting.
So does anybody wish to join Remus, or is Remus scouting ahead alone? You guys are following behind.
I will
Oh
definitely
hell, I'll
follow
try
behind.
joining him.
Very well. Birkin and
Yeah.
Remus, stealth tests, please.
what's
Try and
your
navigate.
role?
Just a pure roll, no mod, except for any other bonuses you might have. So your cloak, Remus, of course, counts.
Gonna redo this.
Oh no. Borderline.
That's still a success. That
One more time. You fuck.
Okay, so Remus, you're sort of moving along quite stealthily, moving between corner to corner through this ragged alleyway. It's not a straight line by any means in any favela. It's full of jutting out buildings and different shacks that have been built haphazardly almost on top of each other. It's quite easy to hide. Working while he is
was that?
used to the underhive, is not quite just as fleet as foot as you are. You hear him bonk his chain axe against the side of a building every so often, or kick over a used can of some sort of meat
Monster.
paste or monster.
What is a shuffling technique that you're doing? Pick your feet up.
When you're this close to fucking ground, I think you can actually forgive me for not picking up my fucking feet.
Walk heel to toe then, goddammit.
That doesn't get you around.
I can't walk heel to
dangerous
toe
over
without
there.
having to go like this.
You're asking the guy who waddles to have a bit more grace in the column. Yeah, sure. Right,
Or if you're that
Foxy.
low to the ground, just go on your hands and knees.
I'm not putting my ass up anywhere in fucking Slaanesh country.
That is very good.
Forget about dropping soap. You don't want to drop fucking anything down here.
No. Trust me, down here you don't want people, wagging a finger in your face.
No, they just use fingers, don't they?
God knows where that finger's been.
Oh,
But, yeah,
Christ.
Also,
Yes.
Two
I'm
signs.
just lying
One.
down in bed because my back is really sore.
No worries.
fair enough.
But I am here.
So you
Yeah,
guys,
2 signs in Islamish country. 1, look at them. 2, look at you.
fair enough.
No, but yeah, I'm just bumping around, yeah.
No worries. You guys
Get away through.
make your way down this alleyway. The odd bit of bickering between you, give it off about making you less stealthy than Remus would have originally been, perhaps on his own. But nevertheless, you two continue on until you reach the edge of this alleyway where it drops off in a steep decline. As you can see, the rockcrete almost roadway or brace that you had been walking on falls away as it is crumbled and fallen apart. Like a couple of ladders extend down to another longer walkway which expands off in the other various alleyways. In the corner of the small square in front of you, you do see the tax office for the Nautilus Guild, Burkham, knowing it well. Outside, you see a line of queuers standing there, waiting for their turn to go into the tax office. A couple of armed servitors watching over them, and 2 members of the Water Guild as well. Draped in nice blue robes, long, rounded hats. What are they called? Like
Fedoras?
Ronin hats, samurai hats.
Oh.
Coolies.
Sure, I don't remember. As they sort of keep watch over them, one of them has his hands on an auto gun, of course, swords at their sides. The other one has his weapons away and seems to be corralling people with some sort of shock baton forward towards into the guild. Let's see if anybody notices you. Okay. As you sort of approach, I imagine you sort of crouch down low, both of you, to obscure yourselves as much as possible. And the small noise you're making doesn't attract too much attention. The servitors and the Nautilus Guild members themselves don't notice you. You notice a few of the civilian dregs sort of glance up at your location and try to peer in that direction, but as they sort of stand in line for a second, they're treated by the invitation of a shock baton to continue moving forward and soon lose interest as they are beaten into submission again. It seems like this is where perhaps you're missing Underhype.
We talk about submission, but that doesn't really look like a overpowering force.
Like I said, a lot of people fuck around with guilders down here.
Can you both roll me awareness test?
Certainly.
But about how far back are me and Cogitator?
I'd say you're probably about 10 to 15 paces behind. You can still see Burkham and Remus, but you're sticking a far enough distance behind that if you do bump into something or knock into something, you're not going to give them away.
Okay, that's fine. This wasn't sure, if it was like, 15, 20 feet or like 100 feet behind kind of thing.
I would say 15 to 20. You can still see. I imagine you're like down the alleyway behind another corner.
Okay.
You're not taking risks to get sight on anything, but you're staying behind.
What kind of mod are we using for this?
I'll give you a plus 10, Burkham, as you're sort of more aware of what the Nautilus Guild are about. For Remus, it'll be a flat 0, unless you want to roll me some sort of Imperium
Really
lore
doing
check.
Well,
I'm really doing that.
Doesn't matter. Haggie's rolling sub 10 today, so.
I know,
Fucking
exactly.
Christ,
Just what the
man.
fuck?
I don't understand
he's
how
using
he's
hacks.
this good today.
Hack
Oh,
roll
Yeah,
20.
this is just my fucking home. Yeah, sure. Nah, it's the
Yeah.
guy from Offworld who gets. Yeah.
Well, maybe you should
Small
roll better,
Paul
buddy.
want to move the narrative along much quicker, and that's why he just gave me all the best rolls.
Oh my god, it's the fucking chosen one.
So I imagine you're both sort of peering out behind this small pile of refuse or lying down on the rock-creaked floor, as overwatching the small, cramped and dimly lit courtyard which leads on to the tax office of the Nautilus Guild. Burkham, you're responding to Remus with some sort of scathing reply about sticking your ass up in the air. As Remus quietly, as you hear it, like a whooshing, vacuuming noise, Remus, and a choked scream, and it silences.
Jesus Christ.
We are not alone.
And it definitely came from the direction of the tax office. The tax office set into the corner of this small courtyard. An alleyway leading off to one side of it, and to the other side leading round the corner of the courtyard itself before it leads off into another garbled alleyway.
I think we should use our inside voices, Berkham. Tell me, what happens when you fuck with the guild?
Just say, like I said, we don't get our water from reservoirs here. I don't know the actual percentage, but there's a lot of juice in a human body.
Are you suggesting that they diabolarize people?
Yeah, I'm saying that Aqua Vitae is people. Welcome to the Underhive, my boy. What, you thought corpstarch was a fucking... you thought about this corpstarch was a euphemism?
Yeah, but just because you drink from the tubes doesn't mean you want to know where they go.
Nah. Well, you've been showering in it. Just saying.
How far is it to the Swiss gates from here, do you think?
Say a click or so. We could probably bypass the old tax office if we're, again, quiet. They seem to be preoccupied with poor fucks there who's going to be making the next water tithe.
As you say this, Berkham, you hear a thudding, clanking noise. It's like somebody's throwing a football down a vent. And then the next person is ushered into the tax office.
Heads up.
That's unpleasant. Ooh.
And then you hear it, the muffled scream and the... That goes on for a couple of minutes. Sorry, continue the conversation.
Yeah. We're in the right general quadrant, as it were, but a little bit further we'll find the old sluice gate. This is more like an outpost than anything else.
My logic's dictating that the Xeno wants to stay on mission. The Cognitron's for the Imperium. But the Imperium doesn't really shine well on these people, seeing as they've only sent us. I say we focus on mission.
Of course. We do that, we stay alive. Otherwise, well, we can get in line.
Yeah, we can find out what that is on the way back, in the sense of
You don't want
deploying
to
the
know.
building.
You don't want to know. There's no rug to sweep it under, but you bet your ass something will be swept.
My only reasoning or thinking is Reese shut the sluice gates. It doesn't exactly stop this from happening.
Oh
Potentially.
God. Oh God. I just realized
Yes, we
something.
stop it now. Yep.
You are
Yes,
on
we
box
stopped
with
this
each
now.
other. So.
I just realized something. So
What?
you're saying that a large portion of the water for this this hive comes from people.
Yeah.
But shut the sluice gate. Do you think she means shutting the sluice gate? By which I mean the systematic extermination of all these people.
She did specifically give us sluice gates F9 sorry. Fuck's sake. I like
Yeah,
riffle
Z
around
to
and
Z
pull out
to
my-
F, an unusual number which, for all we know, could be hab blocks.
Well, if she was wanting us to execute everybody inside these hab blocks, we would be better armed.
That is true, but I don't know if you know much about her, but she's not exactly the most instructive woman I've ever met.
You ever been in a hostage situation before?
The Arbites.
I can't say I've ever been in a hostage situation in which the hostage needs to live.
The hostage, exactly. The hostage situation is that you have a commodity, and that commodity starts disappearing piece by piece. Remember, this is all a power struggle.
This is
If we shut off the
unusual
water,
to me.
then if we cripple their commodity, which is the water, then plus we don't know, well, don't want to know what they're putting out into the main populace.
I'm not gonna lie, if we cripple the water system, I'm unsure how long you all can survive with just a thimble full a day.
Well, let me put it another way. Are you still hungry?
My friend, I am never hungry. But at the
You seem
moment,
to wolf
after
down
eating
whatever
that
these people-
food, I am famished.
Where do you think the food came from?
Well, with the way that you're acting, I'm assuming some kind of chaotic interference.
You would say that, so let's move on to the sluice gates, if we can.
Welcome to the Underhive, lads. Everything's recycled here. Nothing new.
See, this is why I don't say planetside for very long.
If you see
Oh,
one,
you're a
not
voidsman.
monster.
Now that is interesting. I personally have
You
never
lads
been
seen
off
the
planet.
void. We'll walk and whisper, I think.
Very well, you two retract yourselves from the edge of the strop. Back into the alleyway, and Berkham, you know, if you take the left alley through here, it is about a click from the actual sluice gates, holdings themselves. Large bunkers filled with various sluice gates to let the water guild regulate the flow of water into this hive city. Well, we say the Nautilus Guild. It is about a click, but it's not a click as you think the crow flies. It's more down several levels and half a click across, down another couple of levels. But you can definitely avoid the tax office as you do descend. Can you roll me some sort of navigate check, navigate surface, somebody, to make sure you don't get lost in the rat warrens of the Underhive?
We consider this place, I'd consider this place somewhat, what's it called, necro. Yeah, I consider this place rather enclosed, right?
Yep.
In which case, yeah, I get a plus 20. To not make
Nice.
sense.
Hey!
Go for it.
Rolls of favor, kill me now. Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Boom.
Easily Berkham. Like you're walking through an old forest trail. You know the Underhive like the back of your hand. Each slight marking on the side of a favela wall. Each slight dim in the concrete, telling you the way to go. Signs left by other dwellers under here. A language barely understood by most. And soon you descend a number of levels. Begin heading through. It remains sort of lifeless as you walk through. Signs of recent habitation remain in most of the hab blocks you pass through. You see very few people. Roll an awareness, Berkham, as you leave the group.
Right, so just flat awareness.
We are still following those guys quite far back, yeah?
Isn't
Are you
so,
still
yeah.
moving stealthily?
I assumed we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Berkham and Remus make a stealth check then.
Because he said we'll whisper while we walk.
No problem. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do more stealth checks then, please, boys.
And
I'll give you
modifier?
both +10. +10 from both of you. As you've been moving through the Underhive stealthily
baby.
for some time. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, the reaction.
Is there is there
Why are
is
you
there, is there,
rolling
is
under
it even
10?
worth fucking...
What's with all the fucking rolls, boys?
It's still what? It's close enough. It's close enough.
Because nobody's immediately dying by a demon right now.
I'm waddling a
It's
little
true.
bit quieter, but I'm still bashing my stuff off the walls.
Maybe Krieger was just bad luck all around.
I genuinely, I think you actually might have been.
So, working,
The warp to kill him.
you're mostly concentrated on navigating down here, reading the signs, and making sure you choose the right catwalks and maintenance shafts. Looking at parts of the favela in the Underhive and thinking, will that pipe hold if we all move across it, or should I take a different route? And as you sort of circle down, walking along sort of maintenance duct or some sort of piping, sort of expands out into a long walkway. An old rock-cut imperial building in front of you, some sort of civil service building. Large archways built into its wall. You see most of it is now a ruined shell of what it once was, but you think it could still be some sort of meeting place or local market perhaps where sellers would sell their wares. And as you do, you catch a glimpse of movement within it. Sort of stinted and sort of struggling, but movement nonetheless. And it looks like some hivers. But they do not spot you. They seem to be sort of babbling to each other in unknown wares and eating out of these large bowls, stuffing their faces.
Looks like we've got some hungry customers down there.
It could very well be a food court for all.
Nah. Well, everything constitutes as food down here. Do you see them up ahead, lad?
As Burkham points them out, so you guys can all sort of peer down round this sort of spiraling pipework you're walking along, peer along the causeway into this building, where you can see them sort of sitting around a large table, eating, enjoying themselves. All of them seem to be quite well built for underhivers. They are large and voluminous, not the scrawny sort of dregs you're used to seeing.
Can I do an inquiry to see gang tattoos, guild marks, anything that might explain why they are the better fed?
Of course,
Well,
yeah, roll me
yes.
an inquiry. Ooh, 2, excellent, yes. As you look through the scope of your rifle, Remus, through these sort of, what are they called? Like archway-shaped windows, large doorways. You can see the symbols of a couple of gang tattoos down the arm of one. The other one seems to have large tattoos sort of circling round his arm and a gas mask sort of pulled down along his neck. Slick black hair sort of plastered to his scalp as he wolfs down the stew. And the other one is also sporting similar gang tattoos, shirtless, stripped to the waist as he sits. Large tattoos covering his shoulders and chest. They look like gangers. The last guy, the guy with the gas mask, is bearing the symbol of the Corpse Guild.
I reckon they look like friends of yours. You're part of a gang? These guys all seem to be of the same friendly neighborhood.
They may have borrowed a spleen at one point.
Don't imagine.
See some paladin marks around here too.
Don't
Yeah,
imagine they would be friends, given our current circumstances.
Oftentimes look, even though it all goes to the grind, a lot of them rather look down on bodies which don't have all the bits and tackle in them.
It's more so the fact that there is a power struggle down here, so they might take favor in the Water Guild by, offering us, especially the pointy ear.
Yeah. Give a hand on a cadaver merchant, which there's nothing to say about they'll know exactly who I am. The Ever Powerless do not like our kind, seeing as that we deal with things that they deal with. Guilds are like competition, you know what I mean?
Yes, just good business.
How many do you see? Do you see any more?
You want me to do an awareness?
Yeah, but give me a plus 20 because of that inquiry roll to be easy.
Womp womp. I can fate it unless you have a good narrative for it.
I do.
Well, I'll leave it be.
You didn't see any more sitting upright, but you do see jutting out from behind one of the doorways what looks to be an arm sort of splayed out, a small pool of blood beneath it. It looks like there are definitely dead bodies within the building. Which isn't completely surprising because of the corpse merchant. But it does seem like at least at one point they did have company.
Well, I can see the two of them, and it looks like their friend is.
Sorry, three of them.
Three of them. I can see the three of them, but it looks like their friend is being cured at the moment. Don't know if someone's working in the back. Can't tell. Oh, these guys are clearly working. I think it's the best idea to try and avoid if we can. You know the way around, or is this it?
There'll be another way. It's all interconnected. These things are big. Plenty of gangs coming in, plenty of, well, work gangs rather coming in. When the shift's over, you don't want to be, you know, choking up the wrong pipe. Nah, there'll be a way around. Takes to another place, probably. Another weekender.
You know, what's strange is that they seem quite content in their territory. I thought there was a power struggle. You're saying guilds don't screw with guilds, but what if one guild is imbued with powers of chaos?
That'll bring more than just a couple of fuck-ups from, you know, up high on behalf of the arbitrators to actually root out there.
And we saw
That's fucking spook level of, you know, wipe out witnesses kind of thing.
how Hedron was boisterous.
Oh yeah. Incredibly so, and I'm sure they talked about some kind of operation in working with this one, the Water Guild at one point.
Renali, are you seeing any markings, you know, of your kind?
Excellent question. Looks at DM.
Well, as you begin to look around this area of the Underhive, Renelli, can you roll me some sort of inquiry awareness check or
I can.
some sort of lore Drukhari to see if you notice him?
I can specifically do a Drukhari thing. Any mod?
Because of Haggie's inquiry check, I'll give you a plus 10 on it.
Sick.
Oh yes, you don't notice many symbols, but you do notice scratched on the wall of this seemingly was a large marketplace built into the old imperial structure. You do see the marking of a Drukhari Waymark. You know that this is a place that they would use to navigate as they make their way through the Underhive, and it seems to be pointing below the current location. I don't know if that's below, like in the cellar of this place, or on levels below
deeper.
where their hideout might be.
Mm.
It seems to be pointing down.
I point to this symbol. Drukhari left this. It's a marker.
Fuck.
It points down.
So at least we know what way we shouldn't go.
You're telling me there's more of you in here?
Many more. But not the fun-loving kind like I am.
You're a fun-loving kind. My friend, I don't
You.
wanna meet the other kind if you're the
For you,
the
yes.
happy one. My God, Emperor.
I'm the not kill you on sight kind. I'm the not skin you and flay you kind.
Well, that is disturbing to the extreme.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Move along.
And avoid them? Problem.
Avoid them.
Help me.
Might just been greedy.
Oh,
No problem. Can you make me a stealth check? I'll just use one stealth check for all of you to see if you could pick your way through the underhive around them without attracting any further attention to yourselves.
I
Either
believe
from
in you,
them
Fraser.
or from others.
uh-oh.
What's your mod?
I'll give you a +10 for this.
Oh my lord! Imagine that. Yeah, I'm just
Excuse me.
Jesus
Bless
Christ.
you.
Yeah,
Help me.
no problem. How you notice that ambient stuff nearby that sort of runs underneath the concrete of this large roadway almost. Though it is now a roadway. And dropping down into it. It seems dusty and disused, rusted, but it seems clear. And you're able to make your way down it a couple of blocks before you appear again into another part of the underhive, well
Did
away
you get the
from
anti-sneezy pills?
crickets.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Are there not anti-sneezy pills here?
Fair enough.
What?
He's fine.
Sorry, take 5. Is he alive?
Jesus.
Help
He's
me.
not.
No.
He's not.
Ah,
You gonna be alright on Saturday?
I got a big sniffler of cat hair on my fucking nose.
Alright.
Gee,
Go
Huh.
go get a drink back in stick.
no problem.
Oh,
Right, actually, if we're doing this, I'm going for a bio break at the
Go
moment.
for it. Go for it. Take a
Hey,
bio,
Billy?
take a drink if you need it, guys.
are you making tea?
We shall return. You can lie down again if you want, Reese.
Okay, we'll let out
If
again.
you're making some.
I wasn't. Oh,
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
I'm also listening to Dorothy still.
Ugh.
Oh.
Literally the most Alexander thing ever known to man.
Ah. Ugh. We're so both fucking allergic to this cat. Jesus Christ. Oh, Reese,
Huh?
when are you moving into your new flat?
September.
September, okay. Cool. Do you mind if we drop the cat off with Chris and Caitlin when we're on our holiday? That's a big thumbs. That's a big thumbs up, Reno. Do you want to drop her off beforehand to acclimatize her?
That sounds like you want the cat out of the house, honey.
It's not that I want the cat out of the house. I want to convince you that you want the cat out of the house.
It's it's working, but I have to remind you that I haven't actually been to the fucking house yet.
Yes, Eurovision on Saturday. When I get back from our hike, we're going to watch Eurovision at Kiss and Caitlin's. Come along and watch Eurovision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh Christ. Ugh.
Have your anti-sneezing pills, honey.
Fuck hell.
Ugh.
Getting a little rough today, pal. Getting a little rough today.
I know, right?
Bro.
Like, allergic to cats gets cat.
Alright.
Hey, I'm aware of the irony. What is it? What does get allergic to cats get cats?
Yeah.
As Gandalf says, so are many who do not. So are many who live through such times.
Do you call
No,
this living?
people who are allergic to cats tend to not get cats, so that doesn't really apply.
Well, who else is gonna take her?
Sean.
She's a sweet little baby.
I mean, I offered to take her.
You can arm wrestle Chris and Caitlin for that.
I think that's a challenge I will win.
And you could probably fucking beat both of them at once.
I
So
don't
yeah.
know. Kaylin has one hell of an arm.
Caitlin's got she's got one hell of an arm, but the other one's a bit fucked. But the one is good.
She walks around and goes. You know,
I think
What is she, the fucking tank from Left 4 Dead?
I mean, she's
Yeah.
The fucking
she's
charger?
essentially she's a NHS nurse, and those things are fucking tough these days. To stay as an NHS nurse in 2023, Jesus Christ.
Like either like a fucking warrior or.
Are we
a
all
giant
returned,
husky.
boys? Are we all
Yeah.
happy? Excellent. We shall continue.
Mm.
You exit the small maintenance duct, once again exiting into the favela that is the Underhive. Jumping down the spiraling staircase of roofs and landings and bits of rockcrete. Used to be roofs of buildings, you think? Slates and other various detritus as you continue to descend towards the sluice gates. You make good time, skipping past most of the life that you do see. People standing around barrel fires or swapping tails and wares over small stands and goods. You see a bit more life down here, a few more people. You think these are the more hardy individuals of the Underhive do this. Reputable, if they possibly even can be, less reputable. But they seem to pay you little attention, or either are unable to detect you as you move past Tremus, drawing your companions with you at the right time to hide them as well.
Well, this
Soon
is
enough.
wonderful.
You reach a large steel inset door. A large cogwheel gracing the front of it, and some sort of control panel on the right hand side. Above it says Access, Sluice Gates, level 37. District C.
Well, we made it.
Is this
Yes,
the right?
Surprised, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Is this the right sluice gates? I
Oh,
believe we're
We're
supposed to be going
looking
to
for
60.
the main control, are we not?
That is correct.
yeah, we'll be directed from the old control.
However, one might surmise that the main control is going to be much more heavily guarded than the individual sluice gates that we are meaning to shut off.
Well, the fact that there is a master switch does mean there is an office and security.
Indeed.
Otherwise, Joe Boggs could go in any sort of feud or dare.
Better to check than reflect.
Well,
Perfect.
the snack pack is like Sluice Gate 65 F to Z.
You would have expected guards at this door, from the Nautilus Guild at least.
Now that raises further questions. I mean, I'm happy we're not having, fucking Nautilus lads, breathing down our necks, hide scum, or fucking forbid a subnauticon. Those fucking suits. Whew. Break you like baby's fingers. The point still stands, though. The fact that we aren't seeing any resistance here is pretty fucky, seeing as how these things have been fucked with, basically.
Now, are you thinking we should inquire with some of the locals as to what's happening or happened?
I suppose we could, but I'm not going to be doing the talking.
Why not? You're welcomed here.
You're a funny one. But yeah, sure. I mean,
You could start off with that you're looking for trade, as you are a tradesman, aren't you?
yeah, but when you're eating into their bottom line, I could come off as a doc, why not? Just don't mention butchery, do not mention organs.
Alright.
Right, we'll see. Just looking for an approachable mark. Who could be?
You head back up the sort of rickety half staircase that you climb down into here, back up into a bit more civilized level of the Underhive. You see a number of individuals at stalls or sort of lounging in corners or lying drugged up against their shanty.
Renali's gonna stay in an alleyway near where that door is.
No
The sluice
problem.
gate door.
Or an alleyway.
Markham, you think that anybody doing some sort of trade or business? Probably a better shot than somebody lying drugged up against a wall.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah. It looks personable.
We approach a sort of skinny man, bedraggled, wearing just rags sort of wrapped around his body, shaved head, teardrop tattoos in his eyes. He seems to be behind some sort of skewer of whatever rodent meat it is down there, if it is even that.
Ah, yes. some prime meat in the Underhive, eh? Of a day in paradise.
As prime as it gets!
That's true and true.
You want something, friend?
Potentially. That's the same thing for you. Can do,
Have you got the script for it? I do
I
most
do,
things
to be
if
fair.
they need to be done.
you see, I'm looking for answers, and looks of
I
you.
ain't no snitch.
I'm not.
You a mark?
No.
You're a mark? He sort of wide eyes you like, "Ooh, fuck."
Do I look like some kind of fucking man? God. Wait, man.
Roll me a charm, Burkham, with a plus 30.
Because he looks like the opposite of a mark.
Yeah, because he's Burkham.
What's my target? My target's 30, but nah, fuck. I'm gonna redo that. Yeah.
Ooh, yes. He sort of nods and goes, I suppose they don't get many of you up in the RBTs, right? Alright then. I can let you know what you want to know for a price, I guess. As long as don't involve none of the lads around here, you know how it is.
Of course I do, of course I do. I could, well, I could actually share this stick to wash down that, wonderful morsel you got there if, just let me know how things are going. You see, I was hoping to actually set up some kind of business up round here, you know. You know how things go, people start shooting each other, whatnot, they need a dock. I was hoping to do some running with a few gangs, but my last one, that ship, that ship had sailed.
Sort of nods knowingly.
But yeah, this is, it's weird. I haven't found a corner of the Underhive like this. I mean, Guild isn't usually this open. But whatever to do, I mean, hell, it's loose, things like that. What the fuck's going on here?
There was a sort of flushing about of uncommon disturbance down in the hives, even lower than this, down near the bottom sluices. They say the sluice gates have been opened completely, and the Underhive are bargaining for some sort of power with the ones up top. But sure, that's always the way of it. They say they're stocking up their supplies from some unfortunates up above us. Seem to keep pumping
these
up
folks
the...
unfortunately can't shit upwards, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I have tried throwing, but you know how it is.
Too well.
But yeah, I've not seen much of them around the sluices in a wee while. It seems they're holed up in their main command post around the master switch and the actual command water, the actual reservoir itself, and whatever sort of arcane refineries they do around there to purify the water and whatever poor souls they suck into it.
Yeah, true.
Seeing
So what you're
less
telling
and
me
less
is
of them out in these other parts. Sort of
So you're
strange.
telling me they're all hunkered down,
Seem
They're
to
all
have
hunkered down
eyes.
by this place.
Seem to have. See a lot of druggies around here recently, a lot of people shambling about, unawares. They seem to be sort of out around the sluices, but they don't seem to do no harm and they keep to themselves, so
I mean, it makes an easy dupe, right? We've got some.
that's it. They're certainly happen to trade for food, so I'm doing alright.
So I offer him, Yamasek.
Sort of takes it, goes, thank you very much. They give me this cool necklace to put on as well. It's pretty nifty. Anyway,
What does it look like to me? Like out of character.
he sort of pulls it up and he shows it out to you, and let me describe it. How do I?
Better not be an 8-pointed star.
Oh boy.
It's not an 8-pointed star.
That's chaos,
It's,
not Judaism.
sort of looks like 3 orbs, with arrows pointing each way out of in between them.
Fuck.
And he goes, "It's pretty nifty. It seems to keep me right with them anyway. They don't seem to bother me when I go to trade with them with it. So,
Fuck.
Huh. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll take that. Fuck it, why not?
now, hold on, I ain't giving you this. No way. It's mine.
Oh, yeah? I thought you said you were going to trade it with me. Alright, okay, fair enough.
I said I'd show it to you. I ain't trading that. That's my good luck charm.
Right, so where can I get one like it then? You know, surely someone's either selling it or you do some kind of work for them.
Look
Yeah,
for the big
when you work for
blokes. The druggies. The druggies are everywhere, but some of them seem to be a bit better put together than others. If you look for
Oh, yeah?
the more voluminous ones, shall we say, the fat ones, they seem to take the drugs a lot better and are able to actually speak to you. One of those boys gave to when we were trading for food. You might be able to get one off him. I don't know, one of perhaps one of the smaller ones might give you one too, but they ain't too into talking. They seem to be out of their minds most of the time.
Well, as long as the guilds keep going in.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Confusing damn verse. So, yeah, you're telling me that all the sluices down Hive are all open, they're flowing,
Oh, all
and a
of them.
bunch of them have hunkered down.
Oh, the Water Guild seems to have hunkered down, definitely. Not seen them about in some time around these parts. They're not even come looking for tithe.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I won't keep you, friend. Nice thingamabob, and hopefully, if you need a new anything stitched back together or whatnot, to get a few things, just know, Uncle Berkham's the word.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know, Uncle Birkin. Say, if you get any more of that ammo sector trade, I'll give you any more information I know.
Sounds good to me.
And with that, he sort of jaunts off into an alleyway, treeing on his meat skewer.
Let's return to the group, or whoever's around here. Yeah, something's very fucky, lads. I relay this to you, but of course the idea that, these lads haven't seen the guild in quite a bit of time, which isn't too rare, but the fact that they've either gone full bunker mode, and the fact that these big lads here have come in, and this strange looking, he had this kind of like a necklace, which apparently these big lads are having, which is like 3 circles, lines and stuff going outwards. I don't really know what that means, but apparently people are a bit out of it.
Circles.
Joe knows
It
what
wasn't.
it means. But,
Wasn't a
Papa
guild
Junior-
mark, was it?
Papa Junior knows what it means.
but yeah, point is, I think whatever the it's either sluices will find our answers, and those big lads right there, they're probably pretty fucking handy in a fight. You know what I mean? That's not natural stuff. I mean, it's not even some of these lads scared.
Were you looking to preposition them?
Wrong kind of lad. But yeah, you're welcome to.
I mean, if you're ever going to encourage anybody to go into conflict, I'd imagine, the big fellow might be the best one.
It's weird though. They're not with any guild. That's the thing. It's all about handing out these drugs. That's why these fuckers around here, they're so scrawny and weird and shambling.
Perhaps that was what was wrong with the food that we consumed.
No, I know what drugs are like.
That is also
Bet you do.
concerning.
Me too.
Don't hate the player, hate the substance abuse.
More of a solvent guy myself.
So, yeah, what would you guys like to do with your newfound information?
I feel like
I'm under the impression the guild isn't behind all this, even though general operations are going the way they should or could be going.
all of this seems sketchy to me, but we do have a moral compass. I think he's standing over in that alleyway. Remember, he's not helping us, we are helping him.
Speaking of which, what is he doing?
Let's go see.
We're in alley.
I mean, I would just been watching that. I just want to see if anybody came out in or out of that sluice gate door.
No, it seems to be shut for as long as you're watching.
That's fine. That's all I pretty much do, really.
No worries. Yeah, Rally just seems to be watching the sluice gate in case anything happens.
Through an alley, according to Berkham's friend over there, the Borgo team's hunkered down below. He did mention that, the well-fed guys that we saw earlier are pretty decent in the fight, and they seem to be almost like the current Coesia around this area that are distributing and also acting as the law.
Sounds not ideal.
But in the sense of that, he was hinting at the simple fact that you could potentially coerce them into joining our campaign, or would you rather stay direct on task?
Given that our last mission was a failure, I believe it's better to stay on task.
Is
Head
that what
straight
Delia wants?
Master switch.
Very well, there are 5 of us.
Look, all I'm saying
Sure.
is I think these big lads, as handy as they do look, I think are handy for the wrong reasons.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I might be behind some of this stuff. I mean, if it was a regular drug runner, you'd see more signs, more narco swords. There'd be far, there'd be more shootings going on. There'd be bodies on display, things like that. Tell people to stay the fuck away and don't nose into their business. It's like that brief moment we saw in looking up the sewer grate up Hive. Things here for Underhive is too fucking ordered. It's strange, I don't think it's entirely the guild, sluice aside.
And let us make haste to the sluice gate master switch and leave this place.
Got my skin on edge. I'm fine with my skin still attached.
Very well. You guys make your way down to the gate again, then into the sluices. Right, if you enter through the sluices, you can of course go to the water treatment plant itself, to the master switch, which is of course inhabited by the Nautilus, the water. As you do so, you approach the control panel for this door, a large metal sheet covering it to protect it. And as you go to interact with it to try to open the gate, you notice that the covering itself is covered in this almost viscous liquid. It sort of shimmers in the dim light down here. But you sort of shove it aside and pull the hatch open and hit the button. It sort of claws and sticks in your fingers, but it couldn't be anything. The gate shudders open, and inside you see a long, elongated corridor, and hear the rushing of water through pipes as they jiggle and contort and bend with the pressures being forced through them, followed by a large roar from below you as you hear the water gushing out of the hive. Looking into the corridor itself that leads onto these sluices, large rectangular walls, well kept, plastic, a bit rusted here and here, but well kept for the underhive. It's surprisingly empty. Small piles of what look like refuge line the floor and sort of cling to girders and and handholds along it, but I don't see anything humanoid inside.
Excellent.
Did you guys?
Right.
Sorry. What?
No. I would just the way the vocalize of the power. I don't know if this is a trap or if this is just a horrible. No, I was just generally going to vocalize my
Okay.
spooky.
As you walk down this corridor, around the halfway point, there are another doors on your left-hand side, which you lead out into the catwalks, the large gangway, which would overlook the Sluice Guild facility, almost like a large manufactorum with various catwalks and different levels leading to each sluice gate itself, with pipes connecting up into the water treatment facility. As you open the door and peer out, you see that the entire manufactorum, factory, fucking concourse area of catwalks and pipes is filled with these druggies. Some of them larger, bloated figures, seemingly standing more upright. Others, scrawnier type, sort of limping along and leaning over handrails and slipping on the floor in their own bile. It seems packed full of them, but they've not yet noticed you. The lighting in here is shoddy. What should be bright and luminescent for the water guild to see clearly and fix the various pipes and valves leading to the sluices seems disused and corroded. Lights from the refinery treatment plant up ahead still seem bright, but you see it as you sort of look up this long corridor, easily 5 or 6 stories high and 2 or 3 districts wide of pipeways and catwalks. It seems intact. The lights inside seem bright. In between you and that is a concourse of darkness, flickering lights, and drug addicts. What do you do as you take in this sight?
Exclaim, what the fuck am I looking at here?
There's only so many welcome to the Underhives I can give. But this is a new one for me, lads.
Well, now is this your Slaneshi shit?
Are you guys trying to hide?
No, try not to be noticed, yeah.
Would you like to give me a stealth roll for that? As you peer out of this doorway.
Is that going to be a collective one or an individual one?
I'll let it be a collective.
20,
I shall
please.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Hi, Rebus.
Table,
As
it's broken.
you and
Yeah.
Borkum stand in this doorway.
Alright.
Oh, you can reroll it. You're going to reroll it? Go for it.
No, if you want it to go
No,
that
no,
way,
no,
I
no,
can
no.
let
Reroll it. Reroll it.
Don't push it, Frodo. Don't tempt me, Frodo, man.
You think you're noticed by any of the drug addicts as you peer through this doorway, sort of hiding in the edges of it, poking your heads around.
I must say, it is quite disconcerting that the Water Guild is ran by such people.
Do they give me any Slanesh vibes or
Nope.
drug vibes? Just drug vibes.
Roll me a lore Dracari for that. Why not?
Okay.
And give me
Hold
a plus 20 because you know drugs. You've taken
I do.
more drugs than people have lived or have.
I kinda
had
have a-
benefits.
I've been high for entire lifetimes of human.
Exactly.
I have a feeling I know where this is going for Paul, and I'm not wanting to put it in. I'd be curious to see if I'm right.
5 degrees.
Oh yeah, this isn't drugs. This isn't Slanesh. You get a smell in your nose, a sickly sweet smell, Remus, that you know isn't perfume or the stench of pleasure. It's more like a rotting corpse. Sickly sweet.
Okay. Is it? Hmm, familiar?
How familiar are you with the forces of Nurgle?
Oh, probably not at all, actually.
What do you mean, oh?
It is not familiar then.
Then I have no idea what this is. Um, this is not. This is not Slaanesh. This is something else.
Any idea what something else could be?
If we walk amongst them, do you think they're going to start fucking each other?
I don't know.
Alright. Well, always be prepared for a good time. I would like to see if there's a gantry way, like, you know, a ring road, seeing as they all seem to be massing in the one.
Yep. Roll me an awareness.
And just for context, I was so wrong.
Ooh. You do see a gantry way up and to the right and to the left as well, leading up above and around, almost like a supervisor's gantry way to watch whatever workers would have been down here tending to the pipes. But there are druggies on it as well, a couple of large ones, heavier set than the rest of them you see. One of them wearing large robes and another one wearing some sort of tattered carapace armor, seemingly melded into his flesh, some sort of tattooed ritual almost, as far as you can understand.
I'm not gonna lie, gentlemen. I think we can dodge this man just as well as we can dodge a brick wall. I think the only way we're gonna get past him is through.
Maybe it might be a good idea to go back and get our own brick walls. That might prove a useful distraction.
Well, my friend, I've got a brick wall right here, and I just
Take a shot.
Berkham, do you still think it's a bad idea to enlist?
You can always try. We can always try a little bit of charm, but.
no offense, but I find that charm upon the common man is wasted.
Yeah, we can tell that by your callousness.
My friend, I had the callous part of me removed.
I wonder what else they took.
Oh, they took a lot, my friend. They took a lot. But
Those
what
balls, though.
remains?
Point still stands. Depends how many more are going to be coming through.
Brooke, you think in the room in front of you, you would judge there to be over 70?
Over 17.
Various drug addicts.
With Lucid Chart, you can clearly
The
communicate
large
your
ones
best.
maybe number a score of a dozen or more. The
14
smaller ones,
probably.
there are plenty.
Are they kind of just like tweaking out, or what are they doing?
Some of them seem to be tweaking out, but they seem lethargic, almost like they've taken a dose of, not slot, it's
Psychosis,
Trank.
or yeah.
almost like they're all on trank. They seem lethargic, babbling.
No,
They aren't
obscura.
moving jerkily or with any great purpose. The larger ones seem to be moving still with purpose, but they're slow and relaxed.
I think we should make for the upper gangway. Dispatch any in front of us. Given how lethargic the horde below seems, they may not bother us. And if they do,
Go and do it quickly.
the vast numbers won't count for shit.
Your
Yeah,
race
you
is
can take them all
known
on.
for...
It's not about taking them all on. We're on a catwalk.
Ah, the Leonidas effect. Very well.
Its race is known for subterfuge like this, so I am confident that that may work.
Very well. Follow my lead and stay low and quiet. Yeah, I would like to try and sneak up to like the stairwell that leads up to the upper gantry.
Yeah, no problem. Can you make me a stealth test, please? Then, you, Remus, and somebody else. As I assume you're all moving as a group.
For the love of God, right? It seems my luck has run out.
Would you like to feed Remus?
Good oink.
Oh, yes.
Oh, well.
Excellent.
Guess your luck has come back.
One other person, please.
Does anyone have any better stealth than just like trained?
I don't
Only
even have
I am
trained.
I'll give it a shot. This is gonna be the first roll of the night for Nathan. Wish me luck, boys.
Hey,
I hope you do
First
shit.
good luck,
proper
boys.
fuck yourself. Oh
Hey.
baby! I put those legs on silent mode.
By the way, Paul, my theory was that this was a homunculi bank. That like, these were all, corpses for the healing process.
Oh, these would look so much worse if it was homunculi.
These are definitely not. But you two, the whole group, with the assistance of the Cog Boy and Remus, managed to hug the outer wall of this large facility, sort of skirting underneath gangways and catwalks, under pipes, and sticking to the shadows and to avoid the notice of the majority of these druggies, easily reaching the bottom of the switchback staircase which leads up to the catwalk. Or, yeah, the walkway you're
Yeah.
looking to get
No, I
on.
got you.
Yeah.
Words are
What would you
difficult.
like to do? Words are hard.
Progress.
How many
along.
actually are on this catwalk?
You think there are several in the catwalk above you. About 4 of the lesser ones. The larger one with the armor attached to him, and the one in robes. And
Okay.
the 2 other bulkier ones up there, but they are both shirtless, stripped to the waist, covered in large tattoos. They all seem very, not opulent, but they're all very fat. They're all very large men, it seems. Less muscle bound and more just pure layers of flat.
Okay.
Yep, they're all bloat maxing, you see.
Exactly.
I'm gonna draw one of the knives that I have.
I shall draw my demi-glaive and wield it two-handed. As in, one unified blade.
If I see everyone drawing their fucking weapons, I'm just gonna go chick.
Roll me a stealth
Not
test.
yet. Not yet.
All
Did
of
you
us,
say?
or
this?
just
Don't get too close.
We're trying to do this quietly.
My friend, there's no silencer that's been made by God or man that can silence this weapon.
Borderline success. I'm saving my fate points.
A success is a success. One more, please, from somebody else.
Oh God, if no one's going.
Go ahead.
You did the
I
first one.
can,
You
but I
shall
think my
do the
target
second.
is like 5, so
Fuck. Why is no one stealthy?
I am.
I
Remus
don't
is
need
very
to be.
stealthy.
I'm very agile and have 2 in stealth. So
Remus, you
Can I
sneak up
can
the
I
switchback
can I
staircase.
pinpoint that?
You can.
go for it.
Thank you. Come on, fucking roll, you fuck. There we go.
Oh, yes. Remus and Cogboy, you managed to sneak up to the top of this staircase without notice. In front of you are 3 lesser druggies, shall we say, smaller druggies, all sort of laid out along the ground, or sort of dazed, drawing themselves along the catwalk. The larger ones sort of be standing in a loose group in the middle of it, overwatching the others below. They have not yet noticed your approach.
I'd like to go up behind the first shirtless guy, kick him in the back of his right knee, and sink my blade into his jugular,
Go for it.
and pull him down.
Roll me a attack with a +4.
How do you roll attacks with knives?
It should be just in your.
Just hit.
Yeah, just hit.
Da 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 da. Oh. Yep, nope, yep, nope, yep, nope. Go for half. Point blank, obviously. Standard. I'm not shanking, I'm at full auto. What did you say the mod was?
Cluster.
30. 7.
Ooh, yes. No issues. You sink your blade into this druggy's neck. As you do, you notice that what splurts out isn't blood, as it is as much yellowy, greenish pus as well, as it splurts over your knife as you withdraw it and feel his body go limp.
What the
As your mouth is, as your hand is, I imagine, wrapped around his neck, the skin feels sticky and greasy to you and sallow. It's almost like he's very ill. Very ill. Almost like a druggy sickness.
Birkin, did I just stab a dead man? Was he a walking corpse?
Holy shit, it gets more fucking weird as time goes on. I've not seen a junkie like that before.
So
Make sure
there's
he's dead.
is there another man there that's of the same condition?
There's another two of them standing in that close proximity.
Have
Further
they?
down are the larger men, and then on the other side of those there are another two lesser ones.
Have they noticed this?
They do not seem to.
I
Can
give a
quick-
thumbs up.
Can I do a quick Medicaid? Check the body and see if I've seen anything like this before,
Go
knowingly or
for
not.
it. Go for it.
Modifier.
-10. As you, it's more of a quick check. You can't really dice. You sort of think, oh, you opened him up, you could see what he was like inside, but it's still a
Jeez.
success. You feeling the pallor of his skin, what was his pulse? You notice there are boils and welts covering him in rashes. This man was very sick with some sort of illness that you've never encountered before. The skin is rotting in places and gangrenous, pus spreading from open wounds. What the skin there is left is slick with sweat.
I'm just thankful you wear fucking gloves here. I mean, this is like nothing I've seen before. This looks new. Like a new... It doesn't even look like withdrawal, it doesn't look like drug use. It looks more like an illness, like a virus of some kind, and new as well. I've seen sick fuckers before, both in their head and physically. This is just a bloody... This guy was a walking conundrum, paradox, if you will.
We better stop them getting in the water, or whatever they're drinking in the water.
Yeah, because if I get into the water, I want to be drinking that, so you can see more of these fuckers here.
Roll me a willpower.
Oh baby, my best thing.
Remus.
Oh, Remus.
Certainly. Flat.
Try not to eat it. Trying to drink it again. No.
-1.
Remus. You flash back to the stew you ate
No.
as you entered the Underhive.
Oh God!
The yellow-greenish pus that escaped this man's neck as you ended his life. You feel the bile start to rise in your throat as it brings back memories of the colour of that stew somehow.
Do I expunge?
As you vomit onto the catwalk in front of you, retching and heaving, trying to clear your stomach of whatever it was you first put in. Can you roll me a d3?
That's the
boy,
number of
here's my
fatigue levels
constitution.
you take. Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Go 3.
You suffer 1 level of fatigue and take 3 corruption points.
God.
Oh no, I'm no longer a pure boy.
The contents of your stomachs up over this catwalk. Chunks of stew and corpse starch falling through the grating below. As you do, the large one in robes turns and sees you heaving. And he cracks into a large, toothless smile. Fellows! Friends! Gentlemen! As he raises his arms, the heads that were below you, festering in the pipes and walkways, rise up to watch him. It seems the Water Guild has sent more mercenaries. By the Father, let's give them a hearty welcome. As a large cry goes up, as these sallow bags of flesh seem to rise to the occasion with newfound vigor and are charging towards the staircase. Can everybody roll me initiative?
Yeah, baby!
Like,
Let's fucking go!
Lads, guns at the ready.
So let me clear the initiative first. Okay, now you can roll.
Nice. Double digits for once.
13 double digits is right. Yeah, baby, let's fucking do this.
Where the fuck did I put my token?
Go and grab myself another drink and I'll be back in a sec.
I'm going to roll.
More so apologies now, Paul. Sorry.
No problem. It's alright.
Just to let you know, gents, I will be running away at 10 o'clock.
This is
Oh, son of a
that
bitch.
is fine by me, because I'm fucking exhausted.
don't worry about it. I hope we will wrap this up fairly quickly.
Oh, I was going to say, you guys can keep going, but
No, I plan to wrap this up by the time you should all be over. Don't know. Okay, we will launch straight into it then. Remus, roll me another willpower test.
oh boy, here I go vomiting again.
Flat
Should I-
roll, no mod. Oof.
Worse.
There's some. Stop the images from coming back of what you've put into yourself. The infestation you've let take root in your own body. You can still take a half action.
Half action.
Mhm.
Oh boy. This is where my character is, so ooey, Bucky. I am going to quick draw the sniper and pop a shot at
Go for it.
the dude.
The one in robes, I imagine, that turned.
Yeah, the lend me your ears so I can eat
Yep.
them if you have any.
Roll to hit.
No,
Oh,
he's long range for a sniper
Yes.
or standard?
It's close range.
Short. Oof. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Standard and mod is flat,
Flat.
and then I get plus 20 because my other fuckery has an accurate and red dot.
Ooh,
That's
yes.
the leg.
You hit. That is to one of the legs. That is. Roll your damage, please.
Yep, 9 with 610.
6. You blow a golf ball sized hole in this large, blubberous man's leg, and he doesn't even seem to feel it as a yellow spout of pus and flesh explodes out of him.
I vomit some more.
He doesn't react.
Out of character.
No, just in the sense like seeing more yellow stuff. Like,
Renali, your turn.
Okay, so imagine I was already pretty much kind of at the back anyway.
Uh-huh.
So I would like to. So we climbed like a switchback staircase to get up to this bit, yeah.
Yeah, you're like 5 levels up. It will take them, I would say, 3 turns at full sprint to get up the stairs to you. Because they're sort of being funneled into the staircase. They can only get up 2 or 3 at a time, climbing over each other.
Okay. I would like to position myself at the top of the stairs.
Mhm.
With my Demiclave. And I mean, is there any kind of like hold action thing in Dark Heresy?
You can, yeah, you can delay an action until a condition is met, basically.
Oh yeah, just delay until any enemy comes into melee range.
It will be 3 turns
Fair enough.
until one of them gets into range of the top of the stairs to like hit them with a melee attack.
Okay, in that case, as a half action, I'll draw my Splinter Pistol in one hand, and there's big ones in the crowd behind us. In the crowd coming up the stairs, there's big ones, right?
Well, their way seems mostly blocked by the onrushing horde of smaller ones. Some of them are fighting their way through, but it will take them longer to reach.
Could I attempt to take a shot at one of the big ones?
You certainly could. Roll 10. That'd be
Alrighty.
no aim and standard range.
I don't think the Splinter Pistol has ever hit.
You're
Let's
not
see what
built
happens.
to hit with range.
Make
weapons,
this the
Fergus.
exception.
This is true.
Today starts your bout of good luck.
A rate of fire standard. Yeah. No mod.
No mod. Nope. Your shot goes wide, finds the crowd, hitting one of the dregs and shearing off a large portion of the meat of his arm, it falling away, and just like a kebab meat almost. The yellow pus falling out of it, but he seems to not feel any pain and continues on.
That's
A
fine.
paisley kebab.
A paisley kebab.
Oh.
Indeed.
That's me
Cod
then.
boy, roll me a willpower test, please. As you feel the contents of your stomach churn and contract. As
I
you
should
feel
have
the
punched him
stew
harder.
begin to rise
Any
in your gullet again.
any bonuses for this?
Negative 10 as you ate a large portion of the stew.
Understandable.
You vomit. Stew bellowing out of your mouth and falling out of your nose as you attempt to clear the corruption out of your body. Roll me a d3, please.
Karma. That was good cannon, though.
You take 1 level of fatigue and 2 corruption points at the same time.
Wonderful. Alrighty.
You fall to your knees, retching and heaving. Your weapon clattering to the grate beside you. And you lose your turn.
Cool.
It's the Chosen's turn. These 4 large men turn and race towards you. One in robes leading the charge. Remus, as you're at the front, he's going to attempt to charge you, swiping at you with a large paw almost. He hits.
Could I attempt to dodge, or am I goosed?
You still have your action, you can dodge, yes. You can attempt to dodge. Dodge is no modifier.
Dodge, no mod. Where's the dodge? There's a dodge. I'm going to fate that.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you succeed. As you see this blow coming towards your chest, you feel the retching come again, and you duck it as you heave the contents of your stomach, now dry heaving, onto the grate. But you do avoid the blow. One of the other large ones barrels straight towards you, Cogboy.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking hits.
Can I dodge, or am I just incapacitated?
You can also attempt to dodge.
If that would be
You
okay.
can still attempt to dodge. You kept your reaction.
Wonderful. I would like to.
Oh,
try
I just had an
to
idea.
dodge. Boopity boppity boop.
Ooh,
Yes.
you also succeed, rolling to the side as you hold your contents of the stomach. The rolling method, if you vomit again on the other side. As he slides a long
God.
knife into the grate behind you, the rust of it scraping off.
Imagine like the tavern tales of like, all battles are glorious.
No battles are glorious.
One of them rushes Bertram wielding a large cleaver covered in rust and grime as it slams into the catwalk beside him. Remus is completely burnt. The other one is going to go for you again, Remus. He will hit.
Oh no.
He will deal You deal 11 wounds to your leg as he slides a large cook's knife, far too large to be any real use, into your leg. You feel it sting and almost corrupt as something bites into your flesh and begins to burn. That is mitigated by your armor and toughness.
I do. I have 4 wounds.
And it's Burkham's turn.
Right. Moments like in a monologue, moments like this, I'm happy I'm wearing an apron and gloves. Because this fucker who tried to hit me, I'm gonna try and hit back with my chain axe. You know, it's
Go
kind
for
of.
it.
Yeah.
What you really want now is a mask and goggles.
Mm-hmm. Burkham
I'm
does
just gonna
have
try and
that.
hold my breath.
All I need is a bucket.
Go for it, Burkham.
Right. Let's think. Make a standard attack. Modifier?
No mod. We're just-
No mod. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you hit, roll damage. 26 is good. Roll again.
Oh yeah, of course.
11.
Oh, yeah.
You penetrate. Perfect. You tear into this guy, Burkham. The smell of pus and rotting body parts fills your mouth and nose. You tear his intestines out, shredding a large line across his stomach. He collapses, almost falling in two. But he's not quite out yet.
I like the idea. He's just looking up and just gives it like a kind of like another toothless smile and said, you know, should have gone for the head.
The dregs try to rush up the
Flemos.
staircase, gaining about a third of the way up. 2 of them at the back near you rush you, Renali. One of them, both of them striking at you with their arms, glancing off your armor as they do. The two
Oh, they get
ones-
up to me?
There's 2 of them up with you,
Oh, sorry, right,
and
okay.
there's
Yeah,
a
there's
little
2
further
shirtless.
down.
Right, sorry, okay.
The 2 further back behind the 4 large boys charge forward, but they are able to get into range at this point. The mob below continues rising up the stairs. Ramus,
Alrighty.
we're back up to you.
Fair enough. I will quick draw my chainsword and have at thee,
Go for it.
motherfucker. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Hopping. Standard. Keep my other actions. And then mud is that.
Flat.
3.
3, roll your damage.
That
Ooh,
is 14 and 2.
You got this guy tearing your chainsword straight across his stomach, unzipping it as the guts and pus and fluids fall out of him into a rotting heap in front of your boots. And he expires.
I
If he not was already dead.
Yeah.
I spit on him, not out of spite for hacking my leg, but because, you know, I'm just after dry heaving constantly, so they got that taste.
Excellent. Excellent. Renali, round to you.
So,
Mhm.
I have an idea. Where these stairs like connect to this catwalk,
Mhm.
could I attempt to like hear it with my glaive
So the could attempt to yes.
in the hope that when a large amount of weight reaches those stairs with no support at the top, they would hopefully collapse?
It's definitely potential. The stairs are rusty and ill-maintained.
That's my hope. Essentially, if it's cut off from the actual catwalk,
Mhm.
then if a fucking horde of poxwalkers coming up, it might be enough weight that it would collapse.
Yeah, makes sense.
Um,
Roll
so
me
yeah.
a strength or athletics test with a plus 20 because of the power weapon.
Alrighty. Plus 20.
Yes, you
1.
slash a large gash in this catwalk, cutting the stairs off from the walkway completely. You hear
Sick.
them groan and complain as the weight is now placed continuously on the long staircase, but it doesn't collapse immediately.
That's fine. Okay. Would that have been my entire
That's just
action?
one,
Or?
you didn't aim, so you still have another half action.
Alright, and then half action, I'll just attack one of the guys that's on me.
Go for it. Roll to hit. No.
No aim. Is it a standard or
Standard.
I think it all out is a full action? Yeah.
Yes, and you
Okay.
negate your ability to parry or dodge.
Ah, right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's
You're
fine.
gonna get your reactants.
Oh yeah, roll your damage.
I think that hits.
Ooh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
also realized. I think as well. I have a question.
Okay.
I have the talent crushing blow,
Uh-huh.
which adds half was weapon skill bonus to damage inflicted in melee. But is that like a I declare that happens sometimes,
that
or is
just-
it just
that
that happens every
happens
single time?
Every single
Ah, okay. So I guess then all my damage does an extra 2 damage then I guess. So that's
Jesus
22 damage.
Does it
Christ.
really matter when you're dealing 20 damage?
It doesn't, but like it's nice to know the
You
numbers
You can
are
always
accurate.
have you
This
can always have
guy
another
was
cherry
like-
on the sundae.
You hit this guy with a glaive, and he just evaporates under the field, the pyro field, and it crackling and just tearing him asunder. Blood and viscera flying everywhere as yellow paints the walls.
I'm glad my suit is vac sealed.
Fuck.
Cowboy,
What about
your
your
turn. Roll me another power test.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Someone.
Negative
mod.
10 again? No, no mod? Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Feel
Can I
your-
fate point that,
you
please?
Vomit. You can, yes. Go ahead. You succeed. You hold your guts down and drag yourself up to your full height, and you have your full action.
So I'm looking at a group of
Tetanus.
motherfuckers striding over to us, yes?
They're in melee range. One of them is currently hacking at you with a large, rusted cleave.
Then I'm gonna be
that seems
shooting
to
at him, pretty
ooze
please.
And be slicked with some sort of slime.
I am shooting into melee,
You're also point blank.
so I will half aim, point blank, and then standard. I don't know if there's rules for shooting into melee.
Negative 20.
Negative 20? Cool.
Yeah, negative 20. Is a negative 20 if it's not you that's in the melee?
Potentially. Ignore it for now. Just flat 0.
Flat zero.
Because you might shoot friendly.
Makes sense.
I'll just say.
Yes, roll your damage.
Okay, well, let me roll the hit first.
Oh, that was willpower. Fuck me. Come on. hurry up. We're on a time schedule here.
We got places to be, man. Come on.
Apologies.
Most notably my bed.
That didn't fucking roll. What the fuck? Okay.
Do better.
Okay, so yeah. Actually, yeah, I can't miss this because I actually have a red dot laser sight as well. So
Roll your damage then.
wop wop. 13 damage. Just
You blow a shotgun-sized hole in the middle of the sky with your rifle, as he falls to the ground, collapsing into a puddle of feces and gore. The smell is horrific.
I'm already sick of this shit.
It is the Chosen's turn. One of them, you, Remus, is going to make another attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Still hacking away at you with his bar.
I did eat all the salami.
He hits. Straight
I
dodge.
choose this time to. Yeah, do that. I will do dodge again. I have only one in parry and two in dodge. Logic dictates I dodge.
Do you get a plus 10 in parry due to your chainsaw?
Why isn't it a second tick, not just a plus 10?
Yeah, but whatever. It's up to you.
And then you convinced me to die. I will plus 10 the parry.
Mm.
Failure. Fate.
Paul's fault you're dead.
That is all my fault. Even
Oh no, even
Yeah.
that's
Paul's
not
fault you're dead.
it's my fault you're dead.
I have expired my fate points. I take the hit.
You take 11 wounds from as this guy slams a fist directly into your chest plate,
Oof.
buckling the carapace a little bit. You hear it crack under the blow. So 11
Into my
damage
chest.
Into your chest.
That's even better then. I am 7 wins now, total.
Perfect. You're not in critical damage yet.
Nope.
Excellent. So So you're fine. The other one is going to make a wild swipe at you, Burkham, as in his death throws, and he's going to miss. Burkham, your turn.
Nice. Good stuff. Who's the closest one? Who wants some?
The one you've almost cut in half is still swinging at, but he is very damaged.
He's still swinging. In that case, yeah.
He's almost sliced in
No
two,
one.
but he's wildly flailing at.
Like Evil Dead.
He's holding himself together. You can see one hand is holding his stomach together.
Oh, you know for a fact I'm gonna try and spill his guts. Alright,
Go
let's
for
do
it.
it. Let's have a wee. And yeah, start 0 modifier.
Go for it. Did you miss?
Ah, I'll reroll that. Let's see
Go
how we
for it.
go.
By the way, pressing up is a godsend when attacking.
Nah, no worries. You missed Burkham, Busy. Let's go with his stomach as you swing through it, falling back as his stomach opens, the blade swings through it before he latches forward again.
Went
Bisecting
through
himself
exact
to
same
dodge your
things.
blow.
Ugh.
The dregs, one of them is going to attack Renali. So he's going to hit. Two of them are going to
Is
shoot
he
up.
using a weapon? Or
Is...
can I parry like an unarmed?
Oh yeah, you
like-
can.
Oh well,
Two
can
others are
I?
going to charge into melee attacking you, Cogboy. But they're both going to miss. Renali, you can parry?
Yes, I would like to attempt to parry.
Go for it.
Oh, hold on. Ah. Oh no, wait. I don't think I. No, sorry, I can't. I was holding the glaive unified. In that case, can I attempt to dodge, or is dodge before I hit? I don't know.
No, you can attempt to dodge.
Okay. Any mod?
No mod for dodge.
Ew.
You fail to dodge, and he deals
That's fine.
4 wounds to your left leg.
Okay. Which only matters if it passes soak.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm fine.
It skites off your armor. No problem. The poxwalkers and drags are going to continue making their staircase. You hear rattle and creak under the weight of them. They have not yet reached
That's
the
so
third
fucking
flight.
stupid.
But
Okay.
Renali cut. Remus, back
It's
up
fine.
to you.
On to Ma again.
Onto you again. There's still one in front of you. The one you shot in the leg previously. The one in the road. Still swinging at.
Sorry, he's close. He's not far away.
Oh, he is right up in your grill.
Very well, I will continue my sword dance and have at him with the chain axe.
Go for it.
Boink. Da 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 da. No mod.
No more. Ooh,
Yay,
yes,
it
roll
was
your
kind.
damage. How do you end this abomination?
I wait to take a spin attack at the gut,
Mhm.
and then as I'm down the ground, I see the hole and like stick the sword in the hole and use that as like an opening way to spin back up to the gut. So basically, it becomes like a tripod that collapses outwards.
Oh, yeah. He falls dead, or more dead than he was. Renali,
More dead than he was.
your turn. There's still one drag hacking at me. There's 2 drags hacking at Cogboy, and there's a half-dead chosen hacking at Burkham. And then your way is clear.
Okay. So can I like half action attack one, half action attack another?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll attack the one that's on me still.
Uh-huh.
Like are the ones on Cogboy close enough that I'm in melee with them still technically as well, or would I have to move?
I'd say you could make it into melee range and make an attack. Yes.
Okay then.
Apologies, gents. I'm going to have to run. I will catch up the rest on YouTube, and I'll message you in the WhatsApp chat
No
about
problem.
Saturday.
I shall see you on Saturday morning, Haggy.
Bye bye.
Love yous all.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
order time until we come up on. Fucking focus
He's
on
gone.
Oh, joking.
Man
yeah, we'll get
wasn't
it
man wasn't kidding.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming. So yeah,
He
yeah, that hit.
vanishes into a yellow mist.
And then the other one on Cogboy.
Yeah. You just cleave him in two as he splits apart like an old cartoon.
Excellent.
And he dies. Cogboy, your turn. Your turn.
Sorry, I was eating so loudly that I couldn't hear what you were fucking saying.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, you problem.
You broke up as well, so I couldn't hear what you were saying. Fuck. So we've got...
There's one drag still trying to attack you, and there is a larger one on Birkin, but he is heavily damaged.
Yeah, I'm fucking shitting him.
Everything
Shit
else
the
is
Birkin one.
Go for it.
Don't mind. Is he... How close is he?
He is close range, but you are firing into melee.
That is fine with me. So that's going to be a negative 20. Shazam!
Oh, you hit anyway.
Yeah,
So
baby.
roll damage.
Let's fucking go! 15
Oh
with
yeah,
2
how do you slaughter this oversized fiend that is attacking Bird?
I like to imagine the fiend as I believe he had a fucking axe today, or
A large cleaver.
yeah, cleaver. He's raising the cleaver up, and then his arm disappears, and then the energy which disintegrated his arm slowly propagates its way down his body, reducing him to a pile of ash which still screams.
Yeah. This is, you see this Birkin. And it is your turn as all the chosen men again.
Thank fuck. Right. How many drugs and poxwalkers we're looking at? One.
There are about 70 drags and poxwalkers making their way up the stairs behind you, and there is one drag attempting to stab Cogboy in the side.
Right, I'm going to return the favour and kill him. Or making a way forward.
Go for
I
it.
thought you meant kill Cowboy for a second.
I'm gonna help the drag.
Gonna do him a favor and end his suffering now.
The life of the Mechanicus is no life at all.
All out attack. 0. I'm gonna re-roll that because
Go for it.
fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket. Yeah.
Ooh, yes, excellent. Yes. How do you kill him, Birkin?
I was gonna say return a favour, and through that it's kind of very, very Gears of War, from neck to bloody fucking breakfast, just going, going diagonally down from basically shoulder to waist. This big fucking axe and just swinging it around, and before I try and raise it again, he just falls apart, fucking banana peel.
Yeah, he is bisected. Excellent. Everything now barring your way along the catwalk is there. The dregs, the poxwalkers screaming up the ladder behind you guys. The stairway, sorry. You hear it creak as they reach the top, and then it collapses. A number of them falling onto themselves, crushing others. But they don't scream as it happens, but they are waylaid by this.
Excellent.
And they lose their movement flat. Back to you guys. You can act as a group now if you want. There's no direct combat in front of you unless you wish to return and begin hacking at the ones behind.
What is directly up the upper end of the catwalk?
The catwalk now is a straight shot up to the water processing and treatment facility where you believe that the Water Guild is.
I mean, I think it's best to just press on.
Yep, you begin hightailing it up the catwalk, getting a good lead on the poxwalkers and drones behind you as they attempt to claw their way and almost form a mound of human flesh to get up to you guys.
Yeah, baby. Oh boy.
That'll give you enough time that you boys You can easily outrun them, and I don't think you guys will have to make a check because it's taking that long to get up to you that you'll be a decent enough distance away that even Birkin can easily outrun.
I'm sure someone will come to like the door. We can just go through and shut behind us.
As you guys reach the large double door leading into the water treatment plant, you see that the comm panel to the side, the control panel, has been destroyed and marred and slashed and buckled in where somebody's battered it in an attempt to try to open it. The door itself is filled with rusted script marks and dents as they've tried to breach the door in some way.
But the door is not breached.
The door is not breached.
Can I attempt to kneel in front of the control panel and offer prayers of sanctity in order to actually convince the machine spirit of the door to open, to kind of assuage the brutality which has been placed upon it?
Certainly, go for it. Roll me a tech use.
Wonderful. Do you have any mods?
No.
Fuck. Fuck! Can I
Okay.
fate point that?
If you can't fate point that,
Yes, I can. Please, baby. I need this.
oh yes. As you pray, you hear the servers on the door whine and it slides open. Fresh air filling your lungs from the wasting detritus of this facility.
Glory to the Omnissiah!
The pumping of pipes and the rushing of water. As in front of you stands a small man with a large round hat and blue goggles. Quickly, inside! There's not much time! And we cut them.
So, yeah, nice.
Son.
I'll do cliffhanger.
You guys enjoy it? Sorry it was a quick ending there. But
No, that's fine.
That's a perfect ending.
there will be more next time.
A cheeky little hustle inside. Oh,
Any questions, thoughts, comments, boys?
I'm glad my idea worked. That's all that matters. I am validated for this session.
I believe the word is vindicated.
No, I'm validated.
Oh, you can't scream vindication then. You can't just scream vindication.
Oh, but extreme validation!
That's true.
Witness me!
It wasn't the Water Guild at all. This entire time.
Or was it?
Oh.
We shall find out next Thursday.
Oh, son of a
Perhaps.
bitch.
Do that next week.
Perhaps not.
Oh, God.
We and our intrepid group of adventurers secure the facility and turn off the sluice gates. Find out next week in Dark Heresy.
Dark Heresy!
Joe, you're here for next week, aren't you?
It'll be my last one, yeah.
Perfect.
Really? Oh.
Try to make it a long one. We shall close out with a long one for you.
I'm right.
We shall continue on in your absence for whenever you return.
Yeah, please do. Whatever happens to Birkham, doesn't matter.
There's a million more where he came from.
It's fair.
His gum and the sole of a boot that you stepped in on the way to a fucking sex shop. Don't worry about him.
But it is going to be very weird in your absence, I think.
Thank you. That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird not, meeting up for a Thursday night with you fine folks.
Well, it will happen
Cringe
again. It will
bastard.
happen again. But some things have to be done.
This is true.
The Abbertee's call.
There will always be another campaign when you return. So,
And an end to this
No,
recording.
absolutely.